Pro. Have you heard Kanye's new song? Very controversial.
Yeah, man, I heard a lot of Kanye's new stuff. I got a confession for you. I've been ghostwriting for Kanye for 20 years.
Very blood fuck brought us back in the game. There is no one who can wash out our flame. He blows a kiss and tells us to have a nice day. Claims he pro LGBT, but points that we're gay. Boy, he's my Dr. Pepper and he will never go stale. Take your back on grinder, I'm not buying what you're trying to sell. Punk get fucked with the broomstick. Beat on your grave, a lollipop, you can give a lick. You want what you can't have, and we have the golden kiss. Make Republicans cry, but we have the golden piss. She belly dancing on a hard top, making all the hearts drop. Triple B flow, making motherfucking panties drop. Sound coming through the speaker, but the treble sounded weaker. I'm a true seeker, you're just a tweaker. I'm a trendsetter, a real go-getter. You can't argue that it gets no better. Yes, I'm the feature, the one real teacher. You say you're a preacher, but you're more of a creature.
Damn, Kanye coming in hot.
Kanye went so hard on that track, dude.
Yeah.
This is all there is to it.
Charles and Jarek, Triple B, like said,
Triple B, he had all the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hi, love.
I don't know. I guess he released something else that was controversial, but you know, saying "get fucked with the broomstick's" pretty controversial, bro.
That's true. I don't think it gets. I don't think it gets any more controversial than that.
Yeah.
You know, for the longest time, I was the broomstick, but I don't know. Kanye after that track, he might be the one.
Yeah.
Howdy, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Oh man. So, how was California?
California was a vibe. I don't know. I think California gets a bad rap, but I'll be honest with you. The food was fantastic. The company was so much better, but the food was fantastic. The atmosphere was awesome as hell. California didn't like my skin, though. Like, it's just some dry heat. But the redwoods were probably my favorite part. I super enjoyed going there, and I can't wait to go back, to be honest with you.
Cutting out a lot.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What the what's
I
happening?
don't know, me or what?
What's happening? Is it me?
Maybe. I don't know. Chat, or is it just my connection?
I don't know. It's probably mine. Who knows? All right, how we doing? We good? We good? It wouldn't be Pod Warriors without technical difficulties.
Oh man. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. I will try to come back.
All right. I don't know. Am I breaking up? Am I breaking up that much? Because it could be me. I miss the fuck out of you, Liz. I do. It's insanity. Shameless plug. We'll throw it on the screen. What up, bro? I don't know. I know a lot of people out there in the real world. You good now, bro? I think a lot of people out there in the real world totally give California a bad rap. I think everybody thinks that it's like some sort of weird thing. You know, being in the plane, flying over, the one thing I noticed, I was like, holy shit, why does this look a lot like Vietnam? a lot like Vietnam. Looks like a lot of rice fields going on over there. Not really sure what that's about, but I have a feeling it's just a lot of man-made waterways.
Very.
Or at least that was my thought process. But I'd go back. I'd go back all the time. It's a good place. Yeah.
So you're in Northern California?
I guess at first it started out in Central,
Yeah.
where we met Rebecca. Rebecca was hands down the best host in all of California, except not. She was the absolute fucking worst. It was a total scam.
Yeah.
Rebecca Calloway has not heard the last from me.
I hear California gets a bad rep, but a lot of I said, oh, it's a very liberal state, but apparently it's a lot of red.
Yeah, I think the northern part, like you could definitely tell a difference. I don't know, like a lot of the houses, specifically in the central, the north, it literally reminds me like of Texas, like the way that the houses are made and shit.
Yeah.
That's what it really reminds me of.
Yeah. And you brought up a good point earlier, like who would win? They did the one gorilla versus 100 men, like, but 100 Democrats versus 2 genders.
100 Democrats versus 2 genders, dudes. I don't think that the Democrats are winning.
No, I think that it'll probably exceed the number of Democrats for a number of genders when they boil it down to it.
Facts. Facts. Also, I don't know. I don't think that 100 Democrats would win against Trump. I think they would all cry.
No, yeah, you're right. Be about anything you say about, like it's considered fascist, I guess.
No, that doesn't exist, does it? What up, Bren? What up, boy? 100 UK girls versus 100 US girls. I haven't seen it, but something tells me I want to. Might get some baby oil.
And what? I guess what specifically? I guess
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
A bit rude, isn't it?
Totally fucking rude, eh? Totally rude, eh?
Ah.
Hello, Governor. 100 US girls? No way. Don't stand.
So when I sent you the actual Kanye song that's controversial, what did you think of it?
That's legit him. That was legit him. That wasn't like
yeah. It's banned on every platform, so like it keeps getting uploaded and then banned. So I actually found that song and sent it to you while it was still, on the platform on YouTube.
I got to be honest. I didn't really know what to think. I know that the man, he's got a lot of he gets like a lot of slack or whatever from hating Jews.
Yeah,
but that was pretty bold.
Yeah, it's very bold, and like we were saying, like we're the bad guys here. But like, as far as like listening to the song, I feel like he was in reference. He's like, okay, you think I'm a bad guy? Okay, I'm a villain. Okay, screw it. I might as well say it now. That's what I felt the message was.
Fact.
Still bold, still very bold to do that.
Super bold. I don't know.
Or crazy, whatever you want to call it.
He's went mental. He's had to have had like some sort of break. Yeah. I am a ghostwriter for Kanye,
yeah, he was.
So
Were you his ghostwriter for that track that I was talking about?
I was a ghostwriter for that track. I've written a lot of his music over the last 20 years. So
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you
You know-
think of that song I showed you earlier about Kanye?
I was like flabbergasted.
she said, "Block me."
Yeah.
It's
was
strange.
Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
It's I don't know. Like it's bold. That's all I can say. And to me, I feel like he's had to have gone through some sort of like snap. And I don't know if it's due to Kim. Kim probably put him in that situation because behind every good man is a crazy bitch. That's sorry.
Yeah.
Had to be said. Block me. I don't know anything about Dark Hollywood. All I know is, if anybody doesn't know, the song played in our intro, Jarek and I wrote. I wrote half of it. He wrote the other half.
That
And
was
then,
amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe
and
you guys
then-
did that.
yeah, and then Kanye took over the rest. And
Yeah, so we wrote the song. I wrote the first verse and the chorus. Charles sent me his verse, and then
Yeah, I heard the original.
and then I put it in the AI, and then I had to cross it with Kanye's voice, and that's where we got that. And
so
as far as
beautiful.
controversial as you've been, or they said it was controversial that you said, get fucked with a broomstick. I'm like, okay, let's go with controversy here. That's controversial compared to what he actually released.
Yes.
I mean, come on now.
I mean, I don't even know. I'm sure we're allowed to say it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get banned or whatever. But
The song is called Heil Hitler.
Crazy. Who thought that was who? Who is his manager? Who's his publicist?
Yeah, like who told him that's okay?
Yeah.
Who sat him down and was like, "Yeah, this is a good idea, bro. Go
So
off,
great.
go off,
Yeah. Go off, King.
go off, King." Like, how much money are you gonna make off that? Like, probably got 10,000 downloads, and it's all short, bald white dudes, like John from TikTok. I don't know if anybody knows him.
Oh, I bet that's John's favorite TikTok or favorite song right now.
It probably is, dude. You know that he goes.
He'd probably go to the gym if he went to the gym and be like, my new jam.
Don't know anything about it. We're gonna get some information next week and do a podcast on this bohemian situation that we ran into. Whole story behind it. I don't even know all the details, so I'm gonna get you the details. Liz is gonna help me with the details. We're gonna talk about that on the next podcast. We went there, and I kind of felt like we were getting followed at one point, and ran into like a U.S. military person coming out of there. So it's going to be that one's going to be a wild ride, wild story.
Did I talk about the follow up to the wreck I came across in November 2023? Did I talk about it on the podcast last week?
I don't remember.
I don't either, but I'll just refresh some mind. So in November 2023, around Thanksgiving, I came across a wreck heading to my hometown to visit my parents for Thanksgiving, right? So I'm following behind this van who doesn't stop at the stop sign, and he gets on the highway and gets railed by a truck. And I get out, I stop and get out, and like it's a group of like 8 Hispanics. The driver did not speak a lick of English, but there was 6 dead in the car. There was him and the little girl that I pulled out or helped pull out of the vehicle that were still alive.
It's like 3, right?
3 or 4 at the time. 3 or 4 at the time. Right. This guy didn't seem to care. I thought there was a family. I thought But I was looking at he's on his phone the whole time. Like we're trying to get all the people out of there, out of the van. But he didn't seem to care. He's on the phone the whole time, and I'm like, that's weird. That's odd.
Yeah.
And I followed up on this story about a week or two ago. Turns out this guy had been deported from Guatemala 2010, re-entered the country illegally, was smuggling kids and smuggling people into the United States, all over the United States, and were selling to clients. And the cheap, like the going rate was like $18,000 to $20,000, and if clients didn't have the money for these so-called, the smugglers that he's smuggling in or whatever, he'd keep them in stash houses. Right? He just got indicted. So, and he is part of a human trafficking ring.
And that little
And
girl
this is
didn't
a dude.
make it.
And this is a
Yeah,
dude
that
you
little
helped
girl
save.
didn't make it. Do what?
And this is a dude you helped save.
Well, not him.
The
The little girl that didn't end up making. She didn't make it.
He pulled her out of the car.
The
and then
dude,
died.
he didn't have any. He had some minor injuries, but he was fine. So, it's stuff like that, like, yes, there's some people that flee a country, but like, shit like that is reason why we need stuff to figure out who's here illegally
Okay.
and what's going on, right?
What about
Oh,
the story
agreed.
my mom told me
What?
about her lawnmower that came? All right, so my mom's lawnmower, like years and years ago, he came illegally, and then he started getting scared, so he did it the right way, and now he tells everybody just do it the right way because it's not worth it to like be scared and looking over your shoulder all the time, like. And he's a pure advocate for people doing it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it the wrong way, I mean, I can
He
understand.
did
the
do
whole
it the
looking
wrong
over your
way,
shoulder thing,
and then he was like, "This is not the way to do it," because he was scared all the time. And then he ended up getting in a car wreck, and it was not his fault. Luckily, he was legal by then, but like he ended up killing 2 people, but it was not his fault. They were drunk driving, and he was in like this big truck, and he killed 2 people, and he was a mess after that. But like, it could have gone so much worse. Like
Yeah.
if he was illegal.
So yeah, like I said, there's got to be some. When I found that out, if I would have known then what I knew now, man, I would have whooped that guy's ass.
Oh, of course.
Well, yeah,
Of
Yeah.
course.
that baby died.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Bohemian Grove is like there's a lot of celebrities and shit that have been there.
Mhm.
And we listened to a podcast on it, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, it's really close. Like we need to go there." So we went there.
Yeah.
The property's super guarded, super protected, and then we literally saw United States military personnel there,
Right.
and like the whole thing's got barbed wire all the way around it. It's a crazy, interesting place, and yeah.
There you go. What are you drinking tonight?
I had a combination, so I'm PBR and Stella.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Stella.
No, you can't. Stella never did anybody dirty.
Neither did Bush. Bush is good.
I like Bush.
Can I get another beer?
I like Bush. Sometimes
I like Bush too.
sometimes I like Shave Bush, but both
Bush
are
is
fine.
Bush. Bush is Bush, right?
Yeah, both are fine.
A pregame today.
Have you ever screamed into your phone Siri to ask you what a red fox sounds like?
A red fox?
Yeah. Ask Siri what a red fox sounds like. Play it for the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Siri, what does a red fox sound like? What does a red fox sound like?
It's not playing.
No.
Ah,
And his phone is so quiet. Anybody hear that?
Missed it.
it
I
sounds.
can't hear it. Your phone is so quiet.
It screams, bro.
That was a scream. I thought it was like a female scream.
We were in the redwoods. Windows down, campers all around us, and Liz starts doing that. And I'm like, you're gonna attract either a red fox, a bear, or somebody's gonna think you're getting killed in here. You gotta stop this.
Bears, they
I
can
want to hear her do
smell
it now.
the
I wanna see
menstruation.
if it sounds the same.
The bears could smell the menstruation. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
Don't throw her under the bus.
No, I wasn't. I was nothing like that happened.
bears could
I
smell
just
a
was
lot.
agreeing. I was just agreeing that bears.
We're
could smell
quoting
it.
Anchorman,
Oh.
which I work around a lot of young people, and when I try to quote anything from Anchorman, they're like, "What's that?
What is it? What are you saying?
What is that
Whoa.
movie?"
Anchorman.
Like-
Is that Tom Hanks?
Yeah, and then I look at the year it came out, 2004, and we're in 2025.
Last one. Just go to the-
Okay, yeah, that's okay. That was a long time ago. Damn, it was that long ago?
Yes, my
Yes.
daughter is 21 now, so yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh my fucking god. Bro, we are old as
I totally
fuck.
forgot about that line.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, 2004, I was a junior in high school.
Ew. You're so gross. You're so little.
Yep.
Debbie over there rubbing the cradles. The
Yeah.
cradles.
Apparently. I'm gonna be 40 in July. I'm not ready for this.
40 in July.
Yeah.
I would have guessed like 31.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brandon's like, I'm
Love
going
that
to
shit.
92.
What up, Grandpa? What up, Gramps?
I know your age now, buddy.
We're doxing your ass. Coming for that IP address.
Got 44. Graduated in 04.
What year did you graduate?
2006.
2003. Oh my god.
Damn, there's a lot of oldies in here, dude.
Damn it.
A lot
I
of
know,
oldies.
dude. I know, dude.
I'm turning 37 next year.
Maybe that's why I know more than you.
You're older than me, bro.
I don't even know how old I am, dude.
But I know you're older than me.
I used to forget all the time. People are like, "What's your age?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I mean, you're only as old as you feel. And like sometimes whenever I wake
Yeah.
up, I feel 86. So
Yeah, some days. And then
I'm
there's other
80.
days where I'm like, I'm 20 years old. I feel great today.
I'm 86.
05. Graduated early. Charles, you would have been 03, right?
03, 02. I don't remember. One of those. I never graduated, so I don't even remember.
I didn't either. But that was supposed to be my graduating year. But
I think y'all were supposed to be the same graduating class.
I was 2003. Supposed to.
I was born in 84. So
So were you.
I was 85.
Oh.
You don't fucking know what year I'm born?
84.
85. You're born
close
in 85.
enough. I'm drinking Stella.
Is that a beer?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know they made
Yeah.
beer. Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking
Never mind.
Stella because these are the only legs that I can open right now currently because you're not here. So Stella never treated anybody wrong. I'll tell you that.
Stella never broke
I've
your
never
heart.
drank their beer before, but
Well,
everybody loves them in Florida, so I don't know.
it could have been a whole Dos Equis, bro.
Jose Echoes.
Don't
Quality
talk shit about
premium
my-
beer.
I really
Don't
don't
talk
like
shit about my Jose
Jose
Echoes.
Echoes.
We got that video somewhere.
Wait, Charles, do the let's do shots thing. That
I'm
still
with you
cracks
too.
me up. Let's do shots.
Let's do shots.
She's like, no, I don't. The both of you can fuck off.
The both of you can fuck off. Both of you can fuck off.
So funny.
That was the
Like
best.
he nailed me so good. That was like not like that. That's not bad. You know what I mean?
Look at this fucker.
Not like that.
Look at this fucker.
Sorry, Charles. That's not what I meant. I mean, like, you understood me at that point.
You'd be like,
You
don't
were like,
apologize
"Alright,
to
this is
him.
what she does."
Apologize to Liz.
Sorry, Liz. That's not what I meant. I don't like that at all.
You know, I mean, all things considered, Missouri, I thought that was a fantastically fun time.
Now, Missouri, he nailed me.
I did.
Yeah, I walked in the room and you guys were
Ankles
like
on the
making
headboard.
out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was
Ankles
too
all the
high
way
to know
to-
anything was happening.
Ankles to the headboard.
All I know is I had to put on my onesie and do some shit, and then I was done.
You made it sound like an orgy in fucking Missouri,
It almost was.
right?
It almost was. I don't even know. There were so many people fucking that I had no idea about.
How many people out of that
30
trip
people.
do you still talk to? I don't think besides you. I don't think I've talked to you.
You and Woody.
I forgot about Woody.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
I mean, I guess
I still kind of talk to Heather and Cotton.
I still have Heather and
Occasionally.
Audra on social media.
Yeah, Asha's still on my Facebook, and she just
But Cotton, I haven't talked to in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's on all Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah.
Oh, the original Charles Butthole.
the original Charles's butthole.
They hate us because they ate us.
January 2003 was a really rough time.
January 2023.
Yeah, that's when the raccoons tore me from shreds from the inside.
Oh.
They clawed their way out because the human anus can take up to 8 inches before it starts taking permanent damage.
Yeah.
And fully grown raccoons can fit into spaces as little as 4 inches. So
Ew.
technically, you can fit 2 fully grown raccoons in your ass.
Are you a raccoon, babe?
Am I a raccoon? I mean, the way
You're
I
right up there.
just like went in there and just
Kidding.
scavenged whatever I could find in that asshole.
Camp out in there.
He's 9 inches, fellas. 9 inches and 9 inches around. Dude is built like a wagon wheel. And I tell you what, I would take personal damage from that all the time.
Exactly.
So
True.
just sit
Hey,
on it.
he made a
Just sit on it.
TikTok that said, "Ladies, if you don't treat your man right, I will." He did.
Oh my god, I didn't
He
see that.
He did. I said, "That's my man right there."
I did do that. I don't even know why I made it, to be honest. I was feeling myself.
You were showing off them pants, bruh.
I was feeling myself, but at the same time, I wanted to look out for my homies. Like, look, girls, treat my man's right, or otherwise, I'm gonna.
How much I charge?
She said, "Damn, that's some girth."
Free for Charles, 1,000 for you.
Fuck! I forgot. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. I don't know if nobody's going to treat you right, it's going to be me. It's going to be my.
It's gotta be me.
got to be.
I was just confused about, like, Paris took a shot at you today
For
with
what?
the piggy sound. I don't know.
For
You haven't said shit about her, in like a week.
I can't leave people alone, man. They think about me in their off time.
I mean, I can see that.
I guess it's my rap writing capabilities currently. It's got
I mean,
everybody
shit.
worked up.
Shit. How good did that sound?
It was good. You want to hear it again?
Let's do it. Oh, Liz don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just as confused as you are, Liz.
Pro. Have you heard Kanye's new song? Very controversial.
Yeah, man, I heard a lot of Kanye's new stuff. I got a confession for you. I've been ghostwriting for Kanye for 20 years.
We're very blood fuck brothers back in the game. There is no one who can wash out our flame. He blows a kiss and tells us to have a nice day. Claims he pro LGBT, but points that we're gay. Boy, he's my Dr. Pepper and he will never go stale. Take it back on Grindr, I'm not buying what you're trying to sell. Punk get fucked with the broomstick. Beat on your grave, a lollipop, you can give a lick. You want what you can't have, and we are the golden kids. Make Republicans cry, but we are the golden piss. She belly dancing on a hard top, making all the hearts drop. Triple B flow, making motherfucking panties drop. Sound coming through the speaker, but the treble sounding weaker. I'm a true seeker, you're just a tweaker. I'm a trendsetter, a real go-getter. You can't argue that it gets no better. Yes, I'm the feature, the one real teacher. You say you're a preacher, but you're more of a creature.
AI.
That's legit.
AI.
It's
No,
legit.
that was all natural. What are you talking about? That's Kanye. That's Kanye.
That was totally Charles singing the whole time.
I don't know. A lot of people say that I look like Kanye, so I don't know. I get Kanye or Josh Allen.
Josh Allen for the Bills.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I
I gotta show y'all a picture of my brother. Dude looks just like the white ice cube. I swear to God.
You gotta.
I'll show you. The broomstick is so 2021. It really is.
It's actually 2022 is when all the shit started. Yeah, but I get the sentiment.
It's fair. Fair. I became
People
the
get-
broomstick.
You're handing me.
Maybe we could write some more verses and we have more celebrity guests. Singer. Maybe get T Swift on the track.
Please not.
We possibly could get T Swift on the track.
Don't do that.
Be fun.
Don't listen to her.
But if it talked about us, it'd be a hit.
I can't do a text because I get anxiety, I guess. I don't know how he does it, but he always finds a way to end it promptly, like right at the right fucking times.
Yeah.
And it cracks me up every time.
He ended it at right. He ended it a really good time on when we were a guest on his podcast.
We should totally do that again too. That was a fun episode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Came up in my memories the picture of you two together, and I'm like, God damn, dude, it's really been over 3 years since we've seen each other.
Yes. 3 years, bro. Oh, it's coming up on 3 years, I think. Right?
That's way too long.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
We definitely got to do it again.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to.
Yeah. You gotta come over here to Arkansas. You and Liz.
I will. It would have been awesome if we could have done something like whenever she came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just didn't work out that way because I ended up having to work the whole week anyway. So
That's how I feel like I'm always having to work.
Liz loves the South. She's a West Coast girl living on East Coast time, though. Tell you that right now. Goes to sleep every day at 7 p.m. her time.
Go to sleep at 7 p.m.
I tell you, that's what it feels like. But that would be 10 East Coast time. I'll just be talking to her in the she said she just yawned. I'll be talking to her and the fucking sun is still up, and I'm like, the sun's been gone for fucking 3 hours. And she's like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. And I'm like, it's only 7 o'clock there.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock, bro. What the hell?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like, bruh.
You know what California, you know what disappointed me the most?
What's that?
We didn't see or find a Squatch.
Oh, what?
Not a single fucking Yeti. Not a single Bigfoot did we find.
That's messed up, bro.
You know what else? Liz
What?
walks. Liz walks faster than any other human being I've ever seen. The two of us, you and I, we would have to jog to keep up with her. Listen, you better stay away from my girl. I'm not going to threaten anybody today. What up, Caleb? Cali is the 14th state that I've been to, and I got to be honest, 13 out of 10 would recommend.
Really?
Yeah, 13 out of 10 would recommend.
Nice.
I think everybody should at least go and see those goddamn trees, bro. That shit was fire.
I've never really hung out in California. I've only been at the LAX airport. That's the extent of my California.
We drove down the one all the way down the coast, hit a couple beaches. My asshole was as puckered, as tight as a Chipotle burrito is packed, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. Driving on the sides of cliffs and shit.
What was the best food you tried there?
Best food I tried was this place called the Peg House. And it was just a
Peg House?
burger. Yeah, it was just a burger. The Peg House is exactly what you think. You go there and they peg the shit out of you. They hook you up to this wall. They hook you up, they chain you to this wall, and then they peg the shit out of you, and then they feed you. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. No, it's not. I guess it's not what you expect. I don't know how it gets its name, where it gets its name, nothing like that. But we went there. We stopped there. I don't know. The combination of everything they put on their burger was fantastic. Plus, like, they have a whole garden. That's where they get all their veggies. So everything there was pretty much just fresh. I don't know how to explain it, but the combination of everything they put on their burger was perfect. Second best was definitely Napoli's, which, like an Italian type style, pizza place. The best pizza I've probably ever had. But of course, I've never tried pizza in Chicago. I've never tried pizza in New York, and everybody swears by those two places. So I can't judge it for that, but I would say that it was a legit Italian place, and it just great pizza. They also had lasagna. Great
Is that how you
lasagna.
Napoli's?
I have no idea how you say it.
Well, there is Italian place, and around here we call it Napoli's.
Napoli's.
So I don't know if that's what I'm saying, Napoli's or Napoli's, because
I have no idea. You got that in Arkansas too?
Well, we had it. I had it in Texas.
Oh,
And
okay.
had the
I
police.
wonder if it's the same thing.
Police. I don't know. It might be, but I mean, like the name. It's spelled Napolis.
Yeah.
Napoli or Napoli. We call it Napolis. Oh, I'm saying it right. She said I'm saying it right. Napolis.
Napolis. I don't know. That would be awesome. But yeah, it was so good. Also, they've got so many great like Mexican joints. So many great. So third,
Oh, it's right on the. It's right across almost the border, right? That's probably why.
third would definitely be the Mexican food that we had. Fucking,
Yeah.
they had some jalapeno poppers, bro. These jalapeno poppers are this big. Fucking wrapped in bacon. So
Hell
good.
yeah.
But like, so I think that's the best Mexican food I've ever tried. But I really loved, really loved the burger that I had at the Peg House,
Yeah.
and I would totally recommend it. So, and then you're really close to like the woods, redwoods, giant trees. So
Yeah.
you get that whole experience. It was beautiful. That was my favorite part, my favorite place to be
Yeah.
in Cali. Yeah, and I would go back. Liz and I planted a redwood. Its name is Clizzides.
Clizzy.
So like it'd be awesome to like go back and like in a year or whatever and see how much it's grown, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the only thing I regret not doing, I don't think that it'll be hard to find because like that memory is going to be locked in my head forever. So I don't think it would be hard to find. But if I waited 5 or 6 years, I would be like, oh, fuck, where is it? You know, we'd be looking around for it forever. But like if I went back next year, I probably would be able to find it because that memory was just awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my favorite place to be, my favorite place to visit. We definitely should go to Yosemite. There's like so much to do. There's so much to do there. We obviously didn't do everything that we possibly could, but I didn't have, aside from Rebecca just being the worst host I've ever experienced paying for a place to stay. Besides that, that was the only bad experience that I had. And even then, like the days that we stayed and the time that we had, the adventures that we were having all throughout that whole process, still wouldn't trade it for nothing. So I would literally rent from Rebecca again to experience everything that we already did.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, it was a good time. Been everywhere but Cali. Cali was my 14th state. Yeah. I like Delta. Not because I'm bougie or whatever, but it's never really had a bad experience, except for like this time. There was like some sort of storm happening in between Sacramento and Salt Lake City. So for the hour and 40 minutes I was in the sky, I only had 30 minutes of smooth flight. The rest of the flight was totally bumpy. It was the worst bumps I've ever experienced on a plane. We take off out of Sacramento, and I don't think that I've ever been on a plane that was that vertical during a takeoff. And it was super windy, and then there was like some sort of like sandstorm or whatever happening in Salt Lake, so it was like it was like really, really bumpy, really windy or whatever.
Yeah.
When we're landing in Salt Lake, the motherfucking plane went sideways down towards the fucking runway.
Damn.
And then I called the pilot a boss because this motherfucker was like sideways. I saw the terminals. I didn't see the runway. I saw the terminals. That's how sideways we were. And he made that feel like it was one of the most smoothest landings like I've ever had.
Damn.
Even given all that. So I called the dude a boss just because I was like, how the fuck did he even pull that off? Yeah, I mean, he scared a bunch of people. It was weird because it was vertical. When we took off, like I'm plastered to the seat. I couldn't even sit up out of the seat. Like that's how vertical we were during takeoff.
Damn.
And it was the most bumpy fucking ride I've ever experienced. During the landing portion, like they kind of warned us, like the wind and everything, like it's gonna be bumpy, but you're gonna get there safely, blah blah blah, blah that type of stuff. We're coming down, and obviously, I don't know who's been on planes, who hasn't been on planes, but these motherfuckers travel at over 500 miles per hour, and when they're landing, they're right around 175, 200 miles per hour. They're hitting the ground at like 150. You crash, you're probably dead. Yeah, I don't know. You might live through something like that, but
Yeah.
the motherfucker was sideways. And then we're sideways, and then the next thing you know is like right before we're touching the ground, it's like and it was great. It was a great landing. Yeah, I think he scared a bunch of people just because everybody was like they were sighing and all different kinds of stuff. But I had 13 Voodoo Rangers during that. I was drunk, but during that landing process, I had like 13 Voodoo Rangers. And on the way back from Salt Lake to Cincinnati, oh my God, bro. I sat in the middle seat of two dudes. Now, I'm not going to talk shit about them because they're cool, Tim and Joe. But they are like Christian ministers. And they travel the globe, trying to convert people to Christianity and all different kinds of things. They wanted to learn about that. They were talking to me about all this different kinds of stuff, like what I believe in, what I don't believe in. So that was a 3-hour flight where I was just like so fucking bored. Like I don't hate religion, but like also at the end of the day, it's like don't thrust it upon anybody's face. But I think that was probably the worst part of the flight home.
Yeah.
Was listening to these two fuckers talk to me about Christ. And it's not because I reject Christ. It's just more or less just like, I really don't care about your experiences in life. And trying to convert me, like, I don't know. I've got a problem with organized religion. Always gonna. I don't care what you believe in and what you don't believe in. I support you. I respect you. You can believe in whatever you want to believe. But like at the end of the day, it was just like, why are you, bro? I don't want to be saved on this plane. I don't want it. Like I've been there, I've done it. I've experienced all that kind of stuff. And currently in my current life, like I don't know what to believe, but I don't think your religion is right. I don't think their religion is right. And it's just like, I don't necessarily believe that there's not a creator. But which religion is right? No idea. But that was the worst conversation I think I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, I've been down so many rabbit holes at this point. I'm like, I know there's one God, but and I know I've heard all the church arguments before, but then I heard the other. There's so many different point of views, different rights and wrongs. What is rights and wrongs? You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't
it's,
even-
there's so much.
even-
There's so much I've been through that I couldn't tell you.
True. I don't even necessarily think that I'm agnostic. I tend to believe in a creator.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've experienced so many different things with churches and organized religion that I'm just like, if these are the guys that are telling me I'm going to hell for doing something weird, I don't know. I don't subscribe to it. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. But yeah, if I had to align myself with a faith, it would be Christianity, I guess, more or less. That would be where, because I grew up that way. But then that's my thinking process whenever it comes to religion. But currently, I don't know. Either I'm lost or I just don't know anything about. I don't know anything about religion, and I'm just completely naive and stupid and dumb about it. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm agnostic about it. I'm definitely not atheist. That's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know who says that there's only one God, specifically whenever they pluralize gods in the Bible.
I don't believe. I'm under believe that there's one God, one creator, whatever you want to call it. There's one engineer.
Yeah.
But
I
when
went
it comes-
I went through life like looking at so many different things. And when you just take, because I was talking to Liz about this, look at the iris of a goat's eye. Look at the iris of a goat's eye and tell me that happened by chance.
Yeah.
It's impossible in my opinion.
Yeah, the engineering was by one speed.
But
What I was getting at is what's right and wrong, what is sin, what all is sin, and what is wrong. We obviously have a basic morality, but then you get into this and what you eat and all that stuff.
yeah. I was told last week that you can't choose to be religious. You're born religious. And they conflated that with mental illness. How you can't choose to be mentally ill, just like you can't choose to be religious. I was lost in the conversation, but I think it's weird to conflate the two.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my.
I believe that.
Oh, how long have you been pre-gaming today? I know I've been pre-gaming. Oh, no, you had to work today. I've been pre-gaming all day.
Not very long. And then I don't know. I thought that I was going to be late because I got a pretty disturbing phone call, but I'm not going to go into details about it. But I got a disturbing phone call just before. Yeah. So I'll have to figure that out after I'm done. But like, yeah, like at the end of the day, I wish I would have been able to pregame much more, but
Yeah. Well, if everything's gonna be okay, man.
it is. I mean, at least I hope. I'm hopeful that it will. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we can end the podcast in like 5 minutes, cut it off at an hour.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
that's what we agreed upon last time.
Yeah.
It's not that it's hard to go over. It's just that we all have lives outside of it. So, and then I think we get away from it sometimes, and we go for like 2 hours sometimes, and we're like,
Oh yeah.
So yes, Roxy, I am okay. I don't know. Not gonna expose it all over. But yeah, I'm good.
Well, don't regret being so late. You can watch first part of it. We didn't miss much, but we're just shooting the shit like we always do.
Yep. we're going to be a little bit more structured next week because I really want to talk about this Bohemian Illuminati human trafficking place because I got to personally experience it and it felt completely awkward, felt completely weird. So Liz is going to help me with a lot of the information because she knows a lot more. It's literally in some of her hometowns, and that's kind of going to be the direction that we're going to go for next week, at least.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I think it's one of those things that I don't know. I think it gets overlooked when we listen to the podcast and I'm sitting there listening to the whole story behind everything. I'm kind of like, why does nobody talk? Nobody talks about it. Are they scared to? I got no idea. But the whole going there and experiencing it and being in the front little entryway to this place and seeing all these signs where it's like, you know, trespassers, whatever. Like Liz was telling me, like some of the signs used to be like, you'll be shot if you enter, blah, 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 blah. We didn't see any of those signs whenever we went this time, but the whole place is barbed wired. It looks like it's a secret society from the outside looking in. And then while we're sitting there, we're like talking in the little entryway. It's like a little turnaround spot. We're sitting there talking in the entryway. We hear like this dude laying on his horn, whatever, and he's flying through the entrance, the exit or whatever. We lock eyes as he's driving past us, and I'm like, that's creepy as fuck. And I look over at Liz and I'm like, did you see what he was wearing? And she was like, I'm blind as fuck. So no, obviously I didn't. And he was wearing army fatigues. He had a hat on with army logos. And I'm like, this place is so sketchy. Sketchy. So experiencing it firsthand, seeing it firsthand, being out there in this place firsthand. Yeah. I want to talk about that next week.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got a whole story. It comes with a lot of heavy baggage. It comes with like a lot of trauma surrounding human trafficking, sexual assaults, all different kinds of things. So I don't know. It might not be something that everybody wants to listen to, but it will be interesting to dive into, dissect, and then put our own spins on it, our own little comedic commentary. So
yeah, we won't stop doing skits for sure. But skits are
never going to happen. But
I mean, we really didn't do a skit, but we did come up with a song within like what 2 hours.
2 hours
and put it out there.
Yeah.
That's how good we are.
And I was like, yo, bro, I'm going to go ahead and launch a freestyle verse in this. So I'm just going to go ahead and record it. I'll send it to you. And then I don't know. Once I heard someone else rapping my lyrics, I was like,
okay,
they're writer, bro.
There's a bars, bro.
I was like, I'm a ghostwriter, bro.
And I was like worried about how mine would sound because I didn't even put it in the sound. So when I typed it in, I'm like, okay, they made it sound legit.
They did. Whenever you're hearing somebody else rapping your lyrics, you're like, whoa, dude. Sounded good.
So, yeah. I think I need to make another song.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Not only are we fucking famous comedians, bro, now we're songwriters.
I mean, Kyle Gordon did it.
That's true.
Kyle, you listen to his stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, one day, bro.
I don't know if I'll ever make it to the big time, but I know you will, dude. You're funny as fuck.
We need each other to make it work, bro. One doesn't work without the other.
That might be true. That might be true. We are connected at the tips.
Sword fight. We sword fight all the time.
That's me and you right there touching tips.
Oh, you have it on both hands. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You did. Oh, good job, bro.
Yep. The place is called Bohemian Grove. So if anybody wants to Northern California, Bohemian Grove. If anybody wants to research it before we go talking about it.
Yeah. So, on that note, I'll do some research. We got a lot of things come. Like we got a lot of good things, like planned ahead. So, and then we shoot the shit. But we can plan things, and we also shoot the shit. We came up with this whole song thing within an hour.
Yeah, it was
Literally.
great. It was great. The song was awesome. All right. Until next time, everybody. We will catch you.
Play that beautiful outro. Don't talk shit about my Jose Echoes.
Never. Not a chance. Bye, everybody.
Don't talk shit about my Jose Echoes.
Know that this is goated, ain't no lie. Great